my name is Lori Power, and I am the coordinator of the Department of Learning Assistance here on the Portland campus at the University of New England. I'm here to give you an example of an APA paper, what that should look like. What we mean by APA is the Publication Manual of the American Psychological Association. This is the 6th edition APA manual. It's blue. If you have a 5th edition or earlier, throw it right in the recycling bin, and you really would like to, it's a good idea to have a copy of this edition of the APA manual. It's a great resource for looking things up. But what I'm going to talk to you today in this vidcast is just what a sample paper should look like from the beginning to the end so you can make your paper look just like that. So here we have an APA paper that I wrote actually in grad school myself. If you read this for logical sense, it won't make any sense, but it's got the title and the headers and things the way your paper should look. So here's your title page. You have the words running head on the top. Notice that the word running is capitalized and the word head is not. We have the title all in capital letters and then the page number in the upper right-hand corner. Then we have our title of the paper here. In title case, important words are capitalized, your name with a middle initial, and the University of New England. That's all that appears on your title page. Notice nothing is in italics, nothing is bolded, all in regular text. Page 2 has the header again, but now we do not have the words running head at the top. Your header just has the title, all in capital letters. So we have a separate vidcast for you called Funky APA Format, which will show you how to make your header different on page 1 from page 2 and the rest of the paper. Then we have an example of an abstract. Ask your professor if he or she wants you to do an abstract, and if so, this is what it should look like. Notice the word abstract is not in bold, or, again, no italics or anything. Everything is double spaced. And here on the left margin, we don't indent like you would with a normal paragraph. It begins right on the left. Then your first page of the actual paper is either page 3 or page 2, depending on whether you have an abstract. Again, your heading appears at the top, your page number in the upper right, and then your title of the paper begins right here at the top. It's in title case and no bold or anything. Your first line of text is the very next line. There's no extra spaces, in other words. Notice that everything in APA format is double spaced. Here's an example of how your source might look, and we have a different vidcast that explains to you in detail how to do your sourcing, but I wanted to show you that's one source in APA format. There's different ways to do them. Here's another example of how you might include a source where you include the authors in the body of the paper and then the year in parentheses. Notice the levels of heading. Here I've got the first category of heading, so it's a subcategory of something I'm writing about. So this is in bold and it's centered. Subcategories underneath that will be on the left margin and are also in bold. So here we have internal considerations, external considerations. So there are rules about how you can do your subheadings within the paper. I wanted to show you what quotes look like. Notice in APA format, the only time you use the page number with your citation is when it's a quote. Again, we'll give you more details about that. Here's the end of your quotation, then you have your citation, then the period. If, however, you have a long quote, which means more than 40 words, just go ahead and do a word count and check it, then you have a long quote, looks like this. No quotation marks, indented on the left margin, double space, and the period goes before the citation, not after. That's just for long quotes. Okay, here's what your references page looks like. Notice it's alphabetized by author's last name. If you don't have an author's last name, then you alphabetize by the title of the article. Here's a website. You just need to say retrieved from and where it was retrieved from. That's different from earlier editions where you had to give the date you retrieved it, no longer. Here you have examples of chapter in a book, an online journal, various kinds of sources. So I tried to include as many sources as you're likely to see in this sample paper, and generally this will be all you need to make your paper look just like this. And you are able to download this sample paper if you go to our website at the University of New England. Here's our website. If you go to Student Life, Portland Campus, then you can go to Learning Assistance, and then we have all kinds of information here. So there's a link down here at the Learning Assistance Google site. If you click on this link, that will take you to our Google site where you can download this paper and many other workshops and PowerPoints and things like that. You'll need to log in with your university login, and you can download a copy of this sample paper. Good luck.